Yes, Carter and Hope's takeover of Forrester on The Bold and the Beautiful has been spectacularly soapy and over the top. And now, today's the day the Forresters and the world are learning that Brooke is back in as CEO. And hey, we get it. She's got the experience. Plus, she's Hope's mom, and maybe even someday Carter's future mother-in-law. We know that seems like a bit of a jump, even for Bold and Beautiful, but so has Carter and Hope's near-instant relationship. That just seemed to pop up out of nowhere, and before we knew it, they were scheming together as Los Angeles' newest, biggest power couple. But maybe it didn't come as far out of left field as we think. Lawrence St. Victor spoke a bit about his character falling head over heels for Hope on the Heart and Soul Chats with the Stars podcast, where he acknowledged that the relationship took off seemingly out of nowhere. But it's not all that surprising when you think about it. In fact, if anything, what's kind of surprising is that it took this long for them to realize they had feelings for each other. It really is 0 to 60, he admitted. It's like, wow, you guys just met each other and you're saying I love you. Yeah, but it's because I've known her for 10 years. It's not like they just met and fell for each other. They've been working together for years, and he points out, they've been around for all of each other's messy drama. I think what makes the relationship very different is it's different when you have people who've known each other for like 10 years, and then they start to date, St. Victor explained. It's not this longing, will they, won't they thing. She knows all of Carter's secrets, and he knows everything she's been through already. There's baby Beth, Thomas, Liam, Finn, Quinn. They both know all of that when it comes to each other. There really aren't any surprises they can throw at each other, and there's no need to go through the getting to know you phase of a new relationship. It's almost like you skip past so many steps in the dating life when you start dating someone you've been friends with for a decade, he said. So it's a very interesting relationship where you have two people who are kind of almost emotionally fast-tracked to being together for like 5 years. When St. Victor puts it that way, it does actually make sense. That doesn't mean the relationship didn't surprise us, but we can get how it would be easier to skip all that early stuff and straight to the corporate sabotage and hostile takeover part of relationship. And it's why we won't be surprised if they're heading down the aisle before we know it, with CEO Brooke right there, officiating over the whole thing. Since go-to-wedding officiant Carter will be a little occupied at the time, what with being in the wedding? For now, though, we'll see how they do running Forrester, and if their love can survive the stress. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Soap Spectrum. I am Emily here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Hope for the Future is getting a revamp. Hope and Carter are forging on with their plans. The couple hopes a sexy lingerie line will help turn the fledgling line around, but the numbers don't lie. AFTF became one of their worst-selling lines in just a few months. What also doesn't help is that Hope has been distracted lately. If this keeps up, the line on The Bold and the Beautiful could crash again. Renewed hope. The last time Hope for the Future succeeded was when Thomas was the lead designer. Being in a relationship with Thomas was the best thing that Hope ever did in her life. She was a new, fashionable Hope Logan. She ditched her bohemian wardrobe for something sleeker and chicer. That all came crashing down when Hope turned down Thomas's numerous proposals. She lost her lead designer and partner for life. Hope hasn't been herself since. She lost her sense of self ever since that relationship ended. She was too focused on Steffi's to turn HFTF around. The numbers continued to decline. Meanwhile, Hope was busy fantasizing about making love to Finn. Hope's identity used to be attached to her integrity and morals. These days, it's attached to the men in her life. Hope has been distracted by Carter. So far, the couple has spent more time making love in the office than creating a plan to revamp HFTF. The Bold and the Beautiful star Linnea Grace revealed she's falling in love. Her character, Electra Forrester, isn't the only one deep in her feelings lately. Grace shared an update recently. Find out what she's been up to outside of the show. New adventures. Grace shared that she's taking on new adventures. She posted a series of photos on her Instagram feed. The first shot showed the B&B actress at an art museum. She looked remarkably different from her on-screen persona, who's known for bringing the glamour to Forrester Creations. Grace wore a navy sweater with wide-leg jeans. She wore natural makeup and pulled her hair back in a half-up style. Grace looked back at the camera with a smile on her face. In the next shot, Grace matched her partner. The young couple wore matching white sweaters and light-wash denim jeans. Grace had a big smile on her face. She shared even more shots of herself with her partner at various tourist traps in California. The last shot showed them kissing atop a hill in the dark. Grace captioned her post, "Falling in love one adventure at a time." B&B fans flocked to the comments section to share their thoughts. Most were happy for her, while others were disappointed to learn that she was already taken. One fan joked, "Hey, that's not Will." Upon further inspection, Grace fell in love with her boyfriend, Christopher Nickiner, who's also an actor. She tagged him in a recent Instagram story. She shared a shot of her man with the caption, "Bring your boyfriend to work day." Electra is the latest unemployed Forrester on The Bold and the Beautiful. The jewelry designer was fired thanks to Remy's altered photo of her. Electra's dismissal sheds light on the double standards when it comes to Forrester Creations employees. SC employees have created bigger scandals. When Katie and Brooke saw the doctored nude photo of Electra, they acted fast. Fearing negative publicity, the women thought it best to let Electra go. When Electra, unaware of Remy's photo, asked why she was being fired, Katie and Brooke didn't say anything. If they had, then Electra would have had a chance to explain her side of the story. While it's understandable that Forrester Creations doesn't want any more negativity because of the recent takeover, firing Electra was wrong. Sins of the past. Forrester Creations has endured many scandals throughout the decades, and Brooke's been involved in many of them. Her love life and multiple marriages have made front-page news. Who could forget a lingerie-clad Brooke falling out of an elevator on top of a married Ridge? Or when her tryst with Hope's boyfriend, Oliver Jones, was exposed to the public. Brooke is worried about Electra's nude photo, yet Brooke herself poses in sexy lingerie for her fashion line. Back in 2006, she even posed nude in a campaign for Brooke's bedroom. Let's not forget the Forrester patriarch Eric, who was caught with his pants down. Many years ago, Eric and Donna's affair was almost busted by his wife Stephanie. When Stephanie came barging over to Donna's apartment, a half-naked Eric hid out on a ledge. Unfortunately, someone snapped a photo of Eric, and the photo soon became a tabloid. Electra isn't the first Forrester Creations employee to cause a scandal. Since everyone else keeps their job, it's fair that Electra should keep hers too. Maybe once the truth is revealed, Katie and Brooke will ask her to return. It's over for Ridge and Brooke once again on The Bold and the Beautiful. While Brooke is taking those hurt feelings and using them to decide if she should step into her ex's shoes and run Forrester Creations, Ridge is repeating history. He left Brooke's house and ran straight to the Cliff house and into Taylor's arms. This is very much Ridge's way. He no sooner ends things with one love of his life before hopping right into the bed of the other love of his life. This man doesn't waste time being single and trying to mingle. He seems to always need a lady on his arm and doesn't quite care if it hurts them in the end, which it always does. The true love of his life. What's Ridge's deal with being unable to stay single for more than a few hours? Is it because he's the ultimate lover boy and his heart simply cannot take being broken? Is it his way of nursing his pain and coping with the end of an epic romance? No, it's ego. It's always been about his ego. Ridge thrives on being the center of attention, especially in the lives of the women he claims to love. For Ridge, it's not about building a lasting, healthy relationship. It's about ensuring he's the star of the show. The minute Brooke turns her attention to something else, Ridge spirals into the arms of Taylor. It's a pattern as reliable as a Forrester family fashion show ending in chaos. Let's face it, Ridge doesn't just want to be loved, he wants to win. Whether it's competing for Brooke's attention over her children or asserting his place in Taylor's life over her own independence, Ridge has to be the undisputed number one. If Brooke so much as glances at her son's drama or Taylor shows signs of personal growth, Ridge feels threatened. If Luna gets released, could she end up crossing paths with Remy Price? If these two end up meeting, could the two young villains unite to accomplish their goals? Keep reading and let's talk about what could happen with these characters. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Luna Nozawa's appeal hint. B&B spoilers reveal that Luna had a few jailhouse visits. One was with her mother and the woman she framed, Penelope Poppy Nozawa. Another was with Bill Spencer. In each of those visits, Luna kept claiming she wasn't the girl who committed those crimes. Luna claimed she wanted her mommy, but then trashed her to Bill the minute she wasn't around. In those visits, Luna mentioned that her lawyers were working on an appeal. First of all, who is funding Luna's legal defense? Appeals cost a lot of money, and she said lawyers as plural. That makes me think that Luna has someone on the outside helping her. One option is R.G. Forrester, as his disappearance needs to be explained. Just where is R.G. during this Forrester Creations takeover crisis? Another option is Sheila Carter Sharp. Sheila has a lot of money and seemed to listen up when hearing about Luna's arrest. It wasn't shock as much as curiosity, maybe. B&B spoilers. Remy Price slipping. Over with Remy, he is targeting Electra Forrester. Once Remy found out that Electra moved to Los Angeles, he followed. Remy got a job at a restaurant nearby and one that Electra frequents. Remy is also continuing to mess with Electra's photos in order to save her from Will Spencer as well as La. However, Will just met Remy and already has a bad feeling. Ivy Forrester mentioned the crazy coincidence of Remy moving to LA right after Electra got there, as well as working at Il Giardino. Deacon Sharp, Sean Kanan, is also starting to question Remy. Then, when Will warns Remy, the newcomer's good guy facade seems to slip. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Young villains chance meeting. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that if Luna does end up getting released from prison, it will be a shock to everyone. Meanwhile, Remy also doesn't have any friends. It's quite possible that Remy and Electra could cross paths. While there could be a romance, I think they will actually be more focused on getting the ones they desire. B&B spoilers. Nefarious alliance. If Remy and Luna join forces, there will be destruction and chaos, that's for sure. Remy seems to be good at high-tech stuff, but isn't good with people. With Luna, she's more of a deal with it head-on kind of villain. So I could see these two actually being able to help each other. For Luna, she seems fixated on Bill, and that is it. For Remy, it's Electra, who just happens to be dating Bill's son. So what kind of damage will Remy and Luna do together? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that Brooke Logan is about to take a job at Forrester Creations. Unfortunately, Ridge Forrester will see this as the ultimate betrayal, even though Brooke is trying to help. Will this be the end of Bridge? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Ridge Forrester has already walked out. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers indicate that Ridge has already walked out on Brooke because she refused to kick Hope Logan off the property. Ridge will be furious when he learns that Carter Walton has named Brooke Forrester's new CEO. Brooke has taken this job so she can watch over things at Forrester Creations. Brooke told Ridge what Carter was up to as soon as she found out. However, since none of the Forresters are working, Ridge expected Brooke to stay home as well. even though they asked Zenda Forrester to stay on at Forrester to keep them informed. B and B spoilers. Brooke Logan refuses to give up control. Brooke could not see standing by and watching Carter and Hope take over without someone from the family being there. Brooke didn't want the CEO job, but Brooke wanted a way to watch over Hope and Carter to see what they are up to. Brooke cannot keep Ridge informed if she doesn't know what is going on. Of course, Ridge wants to think the worst of Brooke because he is mad at her. Taylor Hayes and Steffi Forrester are not helping by continuing to blame Hope and talk bad about Brooke. Ridge wants to side with Taylor and Steffi because he doesn't think Steffi does anything wrong. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Ridge Forrester is done. Ridge is furious with Brooke, and he has no intention of listening to any of her excuses. As far as Ridge is concerned, Brooke has completely betrayed him, and he isn't going to put up with that. Brooke wants to side with her daughter. She can stay with her. Brooke can also do without him. Brooke will be heartbroken over Ridge's decision. However, Brooke may be in the mood to make Forrester better. Has Ridge pushed Brooke to the point of siding with Carter and Hope for good? This may be the end of Ridge, but it may also be a new beginning for Forrester Creations. Come here for all things B and B check back, often for all of your bold and beautiful news, spoilers, and updates. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that things at Forrester Creations have gotten way out of hand. However, Thomas Forrester could return to Forrester and help fix this among other things. What are all the reasons that Thomas needs to return? The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Forrester could handle Hope Logan. The bold and the beautiful spoilers indicate that Thomas could probably reason with Hope Logan and convince her to walk away from this coup. Normally, Hope would never be a part of anything like this, no matter who was behind it. Thomas knows this is affecting everyone in the family, and it needs to stop. Thomas was Hope's lead designer, and he could have pulled this clothing line out of the fire. Hope for the future was on fire when Thomas and Hope were working together. However, things went downhill when Thomas moved to Paris. This would not have been an issue if Thomas had returned to design for Hope. B and B spoilers. Thomas Forrester could break up this couple. Hope is not in love with Carter, no matter what she says. Hope was with Thomas for months and couldn't tell them that she loved him. Hope hasn't been with Carter for 5 minutes, and suddenly she is in love, and he can do no wrong. If Thomas asked Hope to return to him with no commitment, she would be in a heartbeat. Hope needs her son to come home. Douglas Forrester is living with his father in Paris. Hope honestly needs something to do since her son isn't there, and Carter is feeling that need. If Hope were focusing on her children, she would have much less time to encourage Carter's ambitions. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Thomas Forrester helped his family. Thomas could certainly help to calm down his family while he reasons with Hope. None of this would happen if Thomas had been at Forrester. Hope knows how wrong this coup is, and she needs someone to reason with her. Thomas would be the best person to talk with her. Thomas may have been able to stop Steffi from ending Hope's line and firing her because Hope wouldn't have given John Finnegan a second look if Thomas had still been pursuing her. Of course, Finn's attention to Hope is what caused this in the first place. Thomas could save the day by just coming back to LA and Forrester Creations. Come here for all things B and B. Come back often for all of your bold and beautiful spoilers, news, and updates.